Previously, we identified a very underappreciated problem, the oncoming freight train Ponzi scheme which goes by the name of Social Security. In this episode, we'll offer Marko's take on how to fix the problem. The good news is that a very real solution can be cobbled together. Unfortunately, we must all realize as a nation that we've been screwed and that virtually everyone will be subject to some form of sacrifice. The bulk of the money has been squandered, and rather than crying over spilled milk, let's suck it up, make the required adjustments, and realize that the problem was decades in the making. But the solution can be implemented immediately.
Nothing yet.
Because Social Security is like a drug and the population is addicted, we will need to employ a gradual process to minimize the adjustment pain and withdrawal symptoms. Therefore, we must all become members of Social Security Anonymous and declare, "My name is Marko and I'm a Social Security-aholic." Fortunately, this process won't take 12 steps. In fact, it ought to take 7. Ready to solve this mess? Here we go. Step 1. For anyone receiving Social Security benefits, make only one change. Apply a means test. In other words, let's admit that Social Security is nothing more than a disguised form of welfare. So if Warren Buffett or T. Boone Pickens or anyone else who is wealthy is receiving Social Security, they must be cut off immediately. Step 2. For anyone older than 55, permit them to stay in the system and receive their promised benefits and pay into the system as it currently stands. However, we should still offer incentives if they surrender their upcoming benefits. I'll get into the possible incentives in a minute. Step 3. For anyone younger than 30, immediately stop taking payroll deductions for Social Security and take them out of the system altogether. It's never been fair to them. The payroll deduction should also apply to the employer portion. In so doing, the cost to an employer of adding a body will decrease by more than 15%. Guess what that means? More employment for the young! Step 4. We should require that everyone entering the labor force set aside 5% of their income on a pre-tax basis into some form of deferred income vehicle like a 401k or IRA, however, without a maximum. If they choose to save 20%, great. The deployment of the funds should be mostly left up to them. However, I would urge that at least 2.5% be mandated to go into U.S. Treasuries. I know it doesn't sound like an appealing option, but someone has to buy our bonds. Step 5. Offer incentives for anyone wishing to opt out of the system. Obviously, the incentive structure will have to be sweeter the older someone is. It wouldn't be fair to offer a 54-year-old the same incentives as a 31-year-old. Step 6. The incentives could include future income tax credits for a portion of lifetime contributions. Therefore, an older person would be given more value than someone younger. Another incentive could be a tax credit applicable to estate taxes once someone passes away to benefit the payee's heirs. In fact, some fraction of the asset value could be passed on directly to heirs. The list of possible incentives is endless, so I won't go into an exhaustive list, but as you can see, we can creatively offset the amount that Uncle Sam has stolen and find ways to partially restore the value of our collective thievery.
I don't care a hang who gets to Congress. But what's Congress ever given me except a lot of trouble? Like this income tax. Has Congress given us the new post office we need?
Well, but...
No. You know what I think? I think we'd all be better off if there wasn't any Congress.
Step 7. Make sure that Congress is immediately put into the system. since they'll have to pass the laws necessary to make the fixes force them to realize what a wonderful system we have. That way, possibly, they can become a bit more creative in ponying up legislation. Not that they need to be so creative, they simply need to watch Marko's Take TV or read the blog and see that a blueprint for fixing the mess has already been laid out for them. If you have any other ideas on how to fix the mess or think I'm out of my mind, post a video or text a comment. Thanks for watching.